You'll never take me alive, you filthy red! Oh. Hey, Tall.
Soldier Fox, what happened?
It's a mess out there, Commander. The whole op went foobar when the Charlie went Oscar Mike into the Tangos, then the Eagle landed at the Whiskey Hotel. I'm the only one alive.
Okay, I don't actually know if you said anything in that sentence, but I do know that if you die on my floor, it's gonna come out of my paycheck. Actually, I don't think you're really hurt. You don't really look like you're bleeding.
That's because we have a teen rating. We want to be able to use guns, but we don't ostracize our incredibly young and impressionable fan base with blood and gore. It's me, though. I take a hit out there. My insides are slowly turning into tapioca pudding. You gotta keep going, boss. You gotta keep up the fight for video games and all that's good. Me, I don't know where I'm going. But maybe I'll... Okay. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Feel a lot better now. Alright, just need to sit down for a little bit. Yeah, okay. Now then. Alright, you Reds, here I come. Ready to the rock.
What is happening?
Imagine a world where you could recover from any injury in seconds. All it would take would be not to take any more injuries for a few moments. No paper cuts, no stubbing of the toes, and no getting shot by hundreds of bullets. That last part is especially important. This is the basic concept of regenerating health. In a majority of video games, characters have a certain number of hit points that represent how much damage they can take before finally keeling over. Sometimes it's represented by a visual health bar, while other times you just kinda have to guess. Originally, there were only two options for getting HP if you got hurt. You either find a health power-up that restore some of your lost HP, or you could just eventually die. However, eventually there was an innovation that came along and created a brand new option. This was regenerating health. Now all you need to do to get your HP back was just to hide for a few seconds, have a pint, and wait for it to all blow over. But where did this idea really come from? Well, most people will probably tell you that Halo started the trend, but Bungie didn't really invent the concept. You can actually trace the earliest forms of regenerating health to games like Faceball 2000, Wolverine Adamantium Rage, Hide Lied, and Nintendo's Punch-Out! However, despite that, Halo usually gets the credit, and for good reason. Halo used several mechanics that would become shooter staples throughout the early 2000s and early 10s, though if we're being picky, Halo didn't really use regenerating health until the second game. It's kinda hard to imagine nowadays, but regenerating health in an action game was a pretty big deal when Halo did it. In previous games, if you were low on health, you had to carefully crawl through the stage lest you die to a stray bullet. But now you just have to wait a few seconds and you'd be in top fighting condition in no time. It was a good way to keep the action flowing. But as with most popular things, everyone wanted to play follow the leader. Once everyone saw that Halo was making the big bucks off its model, lots of other games followed suit. Even games that had previously used the standard health system were replacing it with regenerating health. It's getting more ridiculous because a lot of these games didn't have an excuse for their characters to have this ability. Master Chief got away with it because only his shields were recharging, and in later games hand-waved some BS about his updated armor. But would someone explain to me why Joe Homebody in Call of Duty can shrug off bullets and rockets like he's made of titanium? Okay, I get it, super realism in video games isn't always fun. If I played a game where I died from bleeding out after a single bullet, it wouldn't be a very good time. But regenerating health is everywhere now, so the question is, should regenerating health still be in video games? And the answer is, maybe. Yeah, we usually answer yes or no on this thing, but at the end of the day, regenerating health is a design choice. The most important thing about whether or not games should use regenerating health depends on what kind of game you're going for. A game like Halo or Call of Duty that is all about action, adrenaline, and continuously moving forward benefits from regenerating health. It's easy to keep the action going with its model, and there's rarely a dull moment. But if you have a game that's all about resource management while killing bad guys, like Resident Evil, then regenerating health wouldn't be advisable. A modern example would be the Metal Gear Solid series. The earlier games utilized a standard health bar. If you took damage, you couldn't get it back unless you used a health item. Metal Gear Solid 3 introduced natural regenerating health to the series, but it was tied to Snake's stamina bar, so you had to keep your belly full and your wounds treated to stay in tip-top shape. Metal Gear Solid 5 seems to have done away with these things completely. Now Snake has no health bar but will die after taking enough damage. However, so long as he stays out of harm's way for a few seconds, he'll be back to normal in a matter of moments. There's still plenty of incentive to be stealthy, as you often need to be hidden in order to complete objectives, but without that, you can pretty much just fight your way through the entire mission with few problems whatsoever. In fact, I did do this one time and had little trouble, save for having to hide at the very end. On the one hand, this gives the game flexibility and lets you play how you want, but shouldn't a stealth game be played like a stealth game and not a third-person shooter? Now, none of this is to say that Metal Gear Solid 5 is bad or
will be bad. You know, they're doing that whole Ground Zeroes Phantom Pain split thing that's weird. But it does change how the game is played significantly when compared to its older titles. Now, is that a problem? Maybe not. Again, all that matters is that when you're making a game, regenerating health is used if it complements your game style. If it's a high-octane action game, then sure, regenerating health is great. Keep that action flowing. But if it's a survival story or a stealth game, maybe not.
Yeah, that's coming out of your paycheck.